Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Nibs, and we are ATX VGC. Welcome back to our Monday Night Friendlies. Alongside me tonight is Rollercoaster. How you doing, Rollercoaster?
I'm doing good, man. I was in the desert a week ago, so I'm excited to see what the game's like. I have no idea.
Yeah, what even is Pokemon anymore?
Right?
What format are we in? Who knows? All right, so first off tonight, I believe we have Woke Flossie versus Woke Flossie, aka Amy, and she is battling against. Remind me, Adam Santacos. That's right.
Mhm.
All right. So I don't know if you have anything to say, Rollercoaster.
No, I just know that both of them allegedly have some pretty unconventional things. So, I love me seeing some weird matches. I'm down for it.
Yeah, maybe we'll see Greedent this week.
I'm always down for Greedent. I want to see Pinkirchen KO another dragon.
Yeah. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back for another fun, exciting night here on Monday. So on Mondays, Rollercoaster, we actually like Mondays, unlike Garfield and most people. All right.
Well, it seems like we got the matchup just in time. Beautiful.
You didn't want to hear another one of those jokes, did you?
Oh, dude, I'm always down for a joke. That was A+ material. I look forward to your stand-up set. Oh, that Rapidash is majestic.
Yeah, I'm here every Monday. That Rapidash is pretty epic. My cat is messing with all these coins that are on my counter, and I'm about to smack him upside his head.
All right, so we got Tigers and Will duking it out for our last set of the night. Let's see what do you have any idea what Will's gonna be running tonight, Nibs?
I actually don't. I actually don't even know what series it's in. Do you?
I believe this one is Series 6. I'm not 100% sure on that, though.
Okay. Well, having that information, this is exactly what I would have guessed, is Double Dark, Double Fairy, as myself and Will like to call it.
Mm-hmm.
It has the... Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say that this is the team that on our Thursday team builder that Chase leads, Will came in to get a little bit of assistance with in the editings of. And yeah. So we got Hydreigon, Urshifu. You said it's a double dark, so that's a dark type Urshifu, correct?
Yep.
Azumarill, Sylveon, Corviknight, and Amoonguss. And Tigers has Duraludon, Porygon Z, Clefairy, Talonflame, Urshifu. My guess would be Urshifu Water and Zoroark.
Yeah, that's got to be Urshifu Water. It's got so many fighting type weaknesses on this team that there's no way I see this being Darkfu. Also, a special shout out to Chase, aka Tiki, for doing the Thursday night EV spread fun time team building with Chase.
Fun time bonanza, yes.
Fun time bonanza. Let's go.
Yeah, if you need any help with the team Thursday night, Tiki hops on Discord and he tries to optimize it and try to iron out any EVs that you're having difficulty with, or if you're missing a Pokemon, or if there's something. Water type Urshifu, I was totally right. So we got a water type Urshifu and a Talonflame against Corviknight and Amoonguss. Presumably this would just be like a Surging Strikes and a Taunt into the Amoonguss if the Talonflame has it. I don't know if you'd be so bold as to bulk up in front of a Pokemon that always crits its attacks, but maybe you just go for like a Brave Bird and Max Airstream. It could not be Focus Sash, it could be like Bandit or something like that. But the other thing you kind of have to be afraid of is like Heat Waves from Talonflame.
Yeah, that's a good point. One thing I would like to see here is potentially looks like we're going to see a Protect come from this Amoonguss slot here. Talonflame is just going to go ahead and set up the Tailwind turn 1, as it likes to do. Urshifu actually going for the Ice Punch straight through that Amoonguss's Protect, and Brave Bird coming in, getting on the offensive here from Will, going into the Urshifu, gonna bring it down into the red. So both of these players here getting pretty aggressive in the first turn. You love to see it.
Yeah, and based on that damage, I would say that was a banded Urshifu. I could be super wrong. That Ice Punch did a lot to that Amoonguss. And unfortunately, the Brave Bird just missed out on the KO there. Yeah,
so Will probably going to use that Amoonguss's ability in Regenerator and maybe get some of that health back and take a maybe take another Ice Punch into the face of an Azumarill.
Yeah, Azumarill presumably should tank this Ice Punch a lot better if it is in fact choice locked. Flare Blitz coming out from Talonflame. Gonna do a solid amount of damage to the Corviknight, but just misses the KO onto it. So potentially giving... Ooh, and Will has a Recovery Berry on it. I believe that is a Citrus. Yeah, Citrus Berry giving some good health back. Ice Punch coming out. Azumarill does tank it very well, and this should be a Body Press, actually, into the Urshifu to finish it off.
Pretty cool. Yeah, so that Ice Punch doing about 28 HP there, it looked like, into the Azumarill. We're going to see Porygon Z come out from Tiger's side of the field. It looks like Tigers is a big-time speed control team, as we saw that Tailwind get set up in the first turn, and he hasn't Dynamaxed yet, and we're going to assume to potentially see either a Nasty Plot or a Max Strike come from this Porygon Z here.
Yeah, we all know that Max Strike Porygon Z loves to go burr. But yeah, Dynamax is coming out. This is presumably going to be the Porygon Z. You could go for a Max Strike, but if you do, it is going to lower the speed of your own Porygon Z if that Corviknight is Mirror Armor. And honestly, I have no idea why you'd run any other ability in doubles. Corviknight, interesting. Protect Corviknight. You do not see that very often. Azumarill is just going to go for an Aqua Jet, though. Is that a huge power coming in clutch, picking up the KO on that Talonflame? Will has effectively turned this into a 2 versus 4. Max Strike coming out onto the Azumarill, and even though it has the Assault Vest, that is still going to be enough to KO. But on the plus side, Mirror Armor is going to cause the Porygon speed to drop.
Yeah, very cool there. So that Tailwind is basically negated there, I believe.
No, it's essentially at +1 right now because the Tailwind's putting it at +2,
and the Max
Strike put it down to -1. Will goes into his Urshifu Dark, and I'm very curious as to what he's going to go for right now.
Yeah, so this Urshifu is actually Choice Scarfed here, so that is going to outspeed both of his opponent's Pokemon, I believe.
Yes, but it looks like he maxed it, which is going to negate the abilities or the benefits of that Choice Scarf, which means that Porygon Z should still outspeed it. But let's see what happens. Corviknight's going to switch out in for Amoonguss. Will probably reading into the fact that he thinks that Porygon Z is going to want to get rid of that Corviknight as soon as possible. I think it's probably going to try to go for like thinks that an electric type move is going to come into it. Then
yeah. So big Urshifu here. Dark type Urshifu. Actually, if this is a Max Knuckle into the Porygon Z, it will still protect itself.
Oh, Dragon Tail. Dragon Tail comes out, but the Urshifu stays in because Dynamax prevents you from being switched out. And now this Tailwind is gone. Porygon Z is at -1. Will can go for a Max Knuckle into it, but I don't think that gets the KO, to be perfectly honest. And now something like Spore is on the table. Not anymore. It's switched out. Max Knuckle coming out. I don't think this is going to KO. Knuckle becomes weaker when you Dynamax. And yeah, no, that it doesn't do quite enough damage, but it's going to set Will up pretty well for later in the game. Duraludon going to go for a Flash Cannon. And Porygon Z is probably going to go for another Max Strike. Into the Urshifu. Urshifu has horrible special defense, and yep, that just picks up the one shot onto it.
Wow. Yeah, so getting another speed drop there from the Mirror Armor.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's going to make much of a difference, though. This has kind of been a back and forth type battle here.
Yeah, Porygon Z is really low now. Presumably, it's just going to faint to its own Life Orb in a second. I don't know if Will has Roost on his Corviknight. He has Protect, which would lead me to believe that he's either given up Bulk Up or Roost. But he has Body Press, so I would assume that he still has it.
Looks like he's 3-attack Corviknight plus Protect.
Corviknight going to go for a Protect. And let's see. Porygon Z also goes for a Protect.
Yeah. So this Spore might be good here.
Mm-hmm.
That Draco Meteor going into the Corviknight just going to be blocked by the Protect. Spore coming off from the Amoonguss into the Duraludon slot. Going to put it to sleep.
Mm-hmm. And now I think you just kind of like, you might want to just Rage Powder to soak up any attack from the Porygon Z so that your Corviknight doesn't go down, and just like hope for the best sleep turns and body press the Duraludon as much as you can. Because that Amoonguss doesn't have a way to hit the Duraludon. Mm-hmm. And Duraludon's ability Stalwart is ignores redirection, so Amoonguss can't Rage Powder away whatever Duraludon goes for.
Yeah, so Body Press coming from Will's Corviknight here into the Corviknight, gonna finally get it off the field.
Mm-hmm. The Duraludon is faster, so now the only scary thing is when is this Duraludon gonna wake up? Mm-hmm. Rage Powder coming out from the Amoonguss, that's not really gonna do anything.
Yeah.
Because of Stalwart, wakes up, Thunderbolts, and that's going to be the game, because Amoonguss' only attack is Sludge Bomb, so it can't ever do damage to this Duraludon.
I guess it could eventually struggle like 60 turns from now, right?
60 turns from now, it will be able to struggle and do a little bit of chip damage to the Duraludon, yes.
And recoil at that.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's Amoonguss can't 1v1 a Duraludon.
Yeah, so pretty crazy game one there from both players, as they were able to kind of bounce back and forth. Pretty cool. It seemed like the Protect game there was what was able to give both of these players so much momentum, waving back and forth.
Yeah, I think that potentially what happened is that Will may have just underestimated how strong Porygon Z can be, and was hoping for a bit more sleep turns than he ended up getting.
I think Will's best bet may have been to keep that Scarf on the Urshifu and just close combat with it rather than what's that?
Oh, I was gonna say, well, with how much damage that just pure Knuckle did, I think that a close combat probably would have just picked up the KO.
Right. Yeah, and then it probably would have been able to stay in and also knock out the Duraludon as well, probably.
Mm-hmm. But looks like Will's going to be making a couple of adjustments this turn with his lead. Potentially just starting out with the Azumarill. With the Assault Vest, I think it should probably be able to at least live one Max Strike, I would think. I'm not 100% sure about that. I'm sorry I keep adjusting my glasses like they're digging into the side of my head right now. It's very unpleasant.
I saw a meme yesterday, and it was like people who are wearing glasses, and then they have their masks, and then they have like an earring, and then like their headphones in, or like something like that, all at the same time. And there's like 6 different things around their ears.
Okay. Tiger's just going for the more traditional lead of Porygon Z and Clefairy. You know, get the redirection, be less threatened by things. And now it seems very unlikely that you'll be able to get a sleep off onto the Porygon Z, and I don't know what the item is on that Amoonguss, but sorry,
I think
you
it's
can Rage Powder away any attack. He didn't bring. He needs to get rid of the Clefairy, so that he's free to just close combat into the Porygon Z later.
Will looks like he's doing something kind of cool here.
Mm-hmm. Yep, classic Porygon Z Dynamaxing next to Clefairy. Just going to get those max strikes off, get the speed control in your favor, do insane amounts of damage with zero consequences. Perfect, normal strategy. Very solid plan. That sounded meaner and more sarcastic than I wanted it to.
It's true, though. You are not wrong. I mean, it's very it's pretty standard. I mean, if you go to Victory Road and see their examples of teams, it's standard teams, and like easy to get into VGC is literally this lead here that we are seeing, which is not a bad thing at all. That is a good thing. It makes you feel comfortable and in control.
All right, Rage Powder coming out from the Amoonguss, going to try to redirect any attack that Porygon Z can go for. Fake Tears coming out from Clefairy. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Well, if Max Strike couldn't KO before, it's definitely going to be able to now. The only thing stopping it would be a Focus Sash, which that Amoonguss does not have. And Azumarill's speed's going to fall, but it's already pretty slow, so it didn't really care initially. And a Max Geyser is going to come out from this Azumarill. And I believe that, yeah, he just targeted straight into the Porygon Z. It's going to take a lot of damage. And if he can just get another hit on it, Will can be in a very, very good position.
Yeah, so I think Will's best bet is probably to bring the Sylveon in unless it does not have... It's kind of a tough say, to be honest with you. The reason that I think Sylveon is the best answer here is because it has the spread attack Hyper Voice, which prevents it from being redirected. But the reason that it might not make a massive difference what he brings in is because of the tech that we just saw with the Fake Tears and the crazy Max Strike Hyper Beam.
Yeah. On the plus side, if Clefairy goes for a Fake Tears and a Max Strike, or just withdrawals. Wait.
Oh, it was Zoroark.
It wasn't Clefairy. It was Zeraora.
We were fooled this whole time.
We were lied to, Nibs. We've been lied to.
We said it was standard.
I'm so
standard.
Stupid.
Oh my goodness. So the Hyper Voice comes in and is not going to be enough to take out the Porygon Z. We are going to see the Max Geyser, however, come in and do the cleanup work. Oh my goodness, Clefairy, you lied to us. That was Zoroark the whole time.
I've never felt so betrayed in my entire life.
ATX VGC says in the chat, Fake Tears Clefairy. We should have been surprised. And it was a really fast one too.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I didn't really even think that much of it being faster than in a Azumarill. I was like, oh, whatever, it's faster. Who cares? I've never. Yeah, whatever. Like Azumarill's slow. Maybe it's like. I did not even think about it. Oh man.
And now this Urshifu is rain boosted.
Yeah, rain boosted Urshifu is really, really scary. I think you just kind of have to take the plunge and say, well, I really hope that my Sylveon can survive a Surging Strikes in the rain. Clefairy going for the Protect. Classic Clefairy just wants to stay on the field as long as possible. That is not a Zeraora.
Yeah,
Surging Strikes coming out. And will Sylveon survive? Okay, the only way it survives is that the second one triggers the berry. It's Papa, so it's going to heal up a lot. So it may. Oh no, it just died.
So
Tragic.
That was a
Oh,
very good
so
throw.
tragic.
And that Hyper Voice would have done so much damage to the Urshifu as well. Max Starfall is going to come out from Will's gigantic Easter egg bunny Pokemon into the Urshifu, which looks like it could have been a Sash.
Yeah, I can't tell if that's Sash or not.
Well, it's still alive, so...
No,
no,
it's not alive. Okay, it's down.
It takes so long to go down. Wow, so we still have a game here as Will's Urshifu is Choice Scarf as we saw before. And it is going to be Zoroark, who is weak against dark type attack or fighting type attacks, but we do have redirect here from the Clefairy.
Yeah, what type of attacks does Zoroark get?
I think it has access to play rough for whatever reason. I feel that way.
Really? I think it gets Sludge Bomb too. So this is coming down to the question I never thought I'd ask is, can Zoroark clean up this match?
What a fun night we're having. So many Pokemon that we're not used to seeing. And for whatever reason, this Clefairy is not going to opt for a Follow Me. And the Urshifu is just going to go straight for the close combat into the Zoroark, getting the clean knockout. And we are going to see Moonblast come in. Going to be a 4-time super effective attack into the Urshifu, and I don't know if you guys have ever seen it. I certainly have not, but a Moonblast from a Clefairy is going to knock out your almighty Urshifu.
I love watching it every single time.
Have you seen that before, Roller Coaster?
I've seen it before. It's 4 times a weekend on the special side. It's hilarious every single time. It's so funny.
Your almighty Urshifu.
Yeah.
So the Azumarill is going to be able to get the knockout with the, I don't know if it was Waterfall or Liquidation.
Liquidation.
Yeah. So we do have our 1-to-1 matchup here. We are going into the fourth match, third game, final set. This will be the final game of the night, folks.
Yes. So
what do I call you people?
If you're Will, you're probably feeling pretty good. That lead seemed to work out a lot better for you. That Zoroark appears to not be sashed, which leads me to believe that it could be scarfed.
That's kind of what I'm thinking as well. I think Porygon Z naturally outspeeds the Zoroark, and we saw in chat as they were questioning the fact that the fake tears went off before the Porygon Z was able to get the max strike, and I think that is exactly what we are seeing going on here.
Well, actually, Zoroark's space speed is 108, and Porygon Z's is 90.
Oh wow!
I was just saying that in the sense of, if you don't have Sash on the Zoroark, I don't know what else you put on it other than a scarf. Like, I don't really know what item it benefits from very well, if not a Focus Sash. It's also not Focus Sash on the Urshifu, which leads me, which I would guess that it is something like either Mystic Water or Choice Band. So I have no idea where that Focus Sash is. Potentially on the Talonflame, if anything.
Yeah, I mean, Fake Tears screams support, so I doubt that it would be something like Life Orb or like a Pinch Berry or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, anyway, we're going to see Talonflame Clefairy lead here coming from Tigers in our third and final game of this match here, as well as Azumarill plus the gift Amoonguss, which is really cool in a Charis Ball.
The question to ask, though, is this a Clefairy we're looking at? Is it really a Talonflame? Okay, use Follow Me, so that's definitely a Clefairy. Talonflame's just going to go for Tailwind, make sure it gets the speed control in its favor. Liquidation going to come out from the Azumarill. This is probably going to do good amounts to that Clefairy.
More than half.
And a Spore going to come out from a Amoonguss, which is nice because now you don't have to deal with redirection for the next couple of turns.
Yeah, I went first that turn, so it's definitely guaranteed at least one.
So now
I think what Will could potentially do here, or what his best momentum swinging play would be, to max the Azumarill, and we don't see that. And Max Geyser is what I was going to suggest. We do see Talonflame Will-O-Wisp.
Will-O-Wisp. That's going to cause a lot of problems. It seems Azumarill was the best choice Will had for maxing, and this is going to be a big attack drop, yeah. Surprising that it still KOs.
I'm kind of surprised that he targeted down the Clefairy there when he could have gotten some major damage off potentially into the Talonflame. Even through the burn, that's still going to do quite a bit of damage with that huge power.
Mm-hmm. I think Will is trying to stall out the Tailwind and get his Urshifu in place to where it can get a close combat into the Porygon Z, where it's not boosted by the Friend Guard.
Yeah, now we don't have to worry about that Friend Guard for the rest of this one here.
Mm-hmm. So let's see what this Urshifu goes for. Mungus is going to go for a Rage Powder. If there's a flying type move that Talonflame has, Brave Bird, yep, it's going to just proc the Cobra Berry, which means that Amoonguss will definitely live through this turn. Unless that Urshifu is going to go for an Ice Punch into it. Talonflame takes the recoil damage. Urshifu goes for a U-turn, actually, so Amoonguss is going to stick around a little bit longer. And I really think that's a choice band in Urshifu, so it's going to have to lock into something at the end of this, and we don't know if Surging Strikes is going to be the optimal move for it.
Yeah, pretty interesting there. We're going to see the U-turn go straight out into the Porygon Z as the Liquidation is going to come in, and it is going to be enough to just get that clean KO into the Talonflame.
Azumarill does not care about these burns, Nibs. It will power through.
It's so good. That's what huge power looks like, Rollercoaster.
It is the hugest of powers.
If anyone has ever wondered, what does huge power look like? We are looking at it right in the face of the Azumarill.
This is huge power.
The Azumarill said, "Catch these flames."
So now Porygon Z and the Urshifu. It's kind of a tricky. Luckily for Will, this is the last turn of Tailwind, which means that his Urshifu is going to be able to come in safely. But the issue is, I don't know what he can do to avoid a double KO this turn, because you could just Ice Punch into the Amoonguss and Max Strike into the Azumarill, and that's going to be two of them down. It's really going to depend on what this Urshifu locks into.
Yeah, so we are going to see the Dynamax come from the Porygon Z here. It's going to be a big Burmon.
Yeah.
So we do
Mungus goes for Protect, hoping that it's just not going to get targeted, I guess. Aqua Jet, going for any bit of chip that you can. Make sure that you do something before you head out. Ice Punch ignores the Protect, so Mungus just goes down anyway. And then this is probably going to be a Max Strike into Azumarill, taking it out. But if that Urshifu is in fact choice banded, like we have both been theorizing this whole time, that means that the Ice Punch isn't going to do enough to Will's Urshifu in a Scarfed close combat. I think can KO this Porygon.
I believe it can as well.
Ooh, especially with that.
Looks like we're just going to see the helping hand anyway. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think Will should Dynamax here. At least not with the Urshifu. I don't think it's a bad play with the Sylveon, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's the right play, but I don't think it's a bad one.
I'd say the Sylveon should win 1v1 against, no guards coming out. That close combat is just going to straight up knock it out. And with, this Urshifu does not only crit its Wicked Blows, it crits its close combats. And if that Urshifu is choice locked into Ice Punch, it's going to need to get a freeze on the Sylveon if it wants to keep the game going.
It's either choice band locked into the Ice Punch, or it really wants to get the freeze hacks here.
Mm-hmm. So now just Max Starfall in a close combat should just clean this up, because Will's Urshifu is guaranteed faster. So either you And Shifu is locked into Ice Punch, so it can only hit one of those two. And even if it gets a freeze one, the other one can finish it off. So you either hit and freeze the Sylveon, but then you take the close combat from Urshifu the next turn, or you hit and freeze the Urshifu, and you take up the fairy move from Sylveon. Close combat coming out, doing most of the work here. That's definitely a 2-hit KO, and that's all Will needs it to be. Ice Punch is going to come out, presumably instant Sylveon. Doesn't get the freeze this time.
Let's see it.
No freeze.
No freeze.
And Sylveon is going to finish this off with a Starfall, and that is GG. What a set.
Yeah, that was very entertaining. And I know Will is probably very excited to get that win with a double Dark, double Fairy, as I have been talking to him quite a bit about the team, and he's really been enjoying using it so far. Both of these teams, I believe, have been featured in our Thursday, Chase's rather, Thursday team building with Chase and ATX VGC. Very exciting stuff. Very well built teams to both of you guys. Very cool way to use them as well. Yeah.
Hey, you like that video? We think you should check this out, and YouTube thinks you should check this one out. And be sure to subscribe for more content.